All right, it's Friday of Labor Day weekend. I'm at the Sylvan Lake trailhead. I'm going to attempt Bowback Mountain tomorrow. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up this drainage here. I'm going to go about 4 or 5 miles up the trail towards Sylvan Lake, cut off before I get to Sylvan Lake, and pitch a tent somewhere, sleep tonight, and then tomorrow I'll be making my approach up to the plateau, which is basically up and over all these mountains you see here. Get up on the plateau, and then it's a long... Well, 'tis the season. Got fresh raspberries all up and down the trail here. There. Well, we've been climbing for about 45 minutes now. Picked up quite a bit of elevation. It's pretty steep. There's East Rosebud Lake. Down there's the parking lot for the beaten path. That's pretty close to where we started. Phantom Creek trailhead over there. Frozen Death Plateau. And we're still climbing. Got quite a ways to go. We're probably about a third of the way to base camp. Well, it's no Holiday Inn Express, but it'll do for the night. About the only open spot I could find was right here. It's pretty bushwhackety everywhere else, so. But step number 1 is complete. Made it to base camp. Tomorrow, get up real early before sunrise. We're gonna head right up that gully up there. Getting ready to find a place to tie up our food. Eat some dinner, maybe make a fire if we have some time. We'll see. It's morning of day number 2, summit day. It's about 5:30 a.m. Cooking some breakfast. And basically just waiting for the sun to come up, and then I'll be hitting the trail. It's actually a pretty nice morning. Didn't get nearly as cold as I thought it would be. It's probably maybe 50 degrees, high 40s. Well, I'm about 50 minutes in, and I've climbed probably about 800 feet, and it's absolutely brutal getting up to this plateau. This is the kind of stuff I'm climbing, and everything's wet, so trying to get up this grass, I'm just sliding all over the place. All the rocks are loose. Already pretty gassed, but this is, from the topo map, this is some of the steepest area at the very beginning, so if I can just get past this and get up to the plateau, hopefully it'll mellow out a little bit. I'm approaching the plateau here, and I got a view. You can just see the very top of Granite Peak there poking out. Tempest Mountain. Let's see, there's Mount Hague, Mount Wood, Pyramid Mountain, Frozen Death Plateaus over there. Pretty good view, but I still have a long ways to climb. I still got well over 3,000 feet left to climb. Go on, Brooke, get some water. Go on, get some water. Well, we got our first view of Bowback Mountain here in the distance. Elk Mountain is directly ahead center, and just to the right is Bowback. It's got that big bow cut out of it. We're going to climb Elk Mountain, that's a 12er, drop down the other side, and then hit the face of Bowback Mountain and start heading up that way. I don't know if you can see them directly center in the distance there. There's 3 mountain goats running across the rocks down there. Oh, they just went out of view. 3.5 hours in right now. We're pretty much almost to the top of Sylvan Peak right over there. Elk Mountain is over there, and then there's our main mountain, Bowback Mountain, over there in the distance. Still a long ways to go. It looks like it's not too far away, but it's way back there. We got a long ways, probably at least a couple miles. Got a tired pooch down there. She's exhausted. Well, we're about 4.5 hours in, and we made it to the base of Elk Mountain. We'll start climbing up here. We got about 800 feet to go straight up to get to the summit of Elk. There's where we came from. Sylvan Peak there in the center. We came all the way from that saddle. And we wrapped around to the right out of view. Nearing the summit of Elk Mountain, which is right up there. There's the peak. There's Whitetail Peak. There is Silver Run Peak. And of course back over that direction, Granite Peak, Tempest, Mount Peel. We got 12ers all over the place. There's our mountain right there. There's Bowback Mountain, probably less than a mile away. Down there are the snow lakes. That's the way we came. Long ways. We still got a long ways to go to get to that mountain too. Well, I made a mistake. That's actually Bowback Mountain right there. I tucked behind it, couldn't see it. Elk Mountain up in Walking. That, I think, might be in a bit or something like that. But that's got to be Bowback. I was going to say, if that was Bowback, I don't know if I could get to it from here. So, there's Bowback. Making our way. Hopefully maybe another hour we can be up on the summit. Just about to the base of the mountain, making our final approach, final climb up to the summit here. You can see the summit way in the distance back there, tucked back there a ways. Probably got maybe 30-40 minutes hopefully, and we're up there. Just been a crazy day, my goodness. I would not recommend doing this in a long day. I would set up your base camp a little bit closer, but it's doable. There's the summit, just a few hundred feet up. Getting closer. Unfortunately, I'm gassed. We're just over 6 hours right now. Would you look at that? That's the reason why it's called Bowback Mountain. Look at that big bow shape between the two summits. Unreal. We're getting closer. It's steep though, so it's taking a while, but this scenery is just unreal. We've got Silver Run Peak right there. We've got Whitetail Peak right there. I think that's part of Castle Mountain back there in the back. Of course, this is Bowback. And we've got all these lakes down here. I can't remember all the names, but I think Dude, Marker, there's a couple of them. But these rock formations down here are just insane. And the snow slope heading back down in West Fork drainage is just insane. There's no way to be climbing that down.